Have I watched any more One Piece? I finished the live action, and I liked it a lot. One of my guilty pleasures is watching like react content. So I watched a couple people reacting, and I watched a couple people that have never seen, like they've never watched or seen any One Piece until the live action, and I wanted to see how they would react, and the reactions were very positive. Actually, people liked it a lot, and apparently they already have season two like in the works. They already have season two in the works, and it's like enough in the works that it's coming like in like a year or so, I think they said, which is pretty cool. I guess it's not like a huge wait. You think they'll end before Alabasta, since Alabasta is longer than all of East Boy? Um, I'm trying to think when I think of the pacing of season one. If I think of the pacing of season one, it was like, um, if I try to convert that into like season two pacing at the same rate, I guess. Oh well. Um, it would be probably 2 episodes for Logtown, which I imagine would be the the first and second episodes are gonna be Logtown. Um, then um, at least I imagine just one episode. Um, that's only 5 chapters. Was Logtown really only 5 chapters? Didn't a lot happen there? Maybe they could do it in one episode. What? It really is. It really is only 5 chapters. It just has a lot that happens, though. Like, okay, maybe it'll only be one episode then. Maybe. A lot happens, though, right? It's like packed as, yeah, it's packed as fuck. Like, Zoro gets his new swords. They introduce the girl that looks like Zoro's friend. They introduce Captain Smoker. Buggy and Alvida team up to kill Luffy. They almost succeed. Luffy gets saved by divine intervention. Smoker tries to arrest Luffy. Luffy has like, doesn't Luffy have a moment with a pirate, or not a pirate, with like a guy in a bar as well? Does that happen at Rogue Time? Where he has a moment with a, or is that in Alabasta? Am I mistaken? You meet Dragon. They set off to the Grand Line. That's Jaya? Oh, okay. My fault. My fault. No, no, no. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about Bellamy. I'm talking about. There's like a moment where Luffy like sits in a bar, and it's like he goes into the bar, and the guy's like he tells the bartender that he's a pirate, and the bartender's like, oh yeah. No, 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 not with Blackbeard. No, no, no. He goes, he sits in a bar. He tells the bartender he's a pirate. The bartender's like, oh, that's crazy. You know, Gold Roger used to come to this bar. And then Luffy leaves, and like 3 seconds after Luffy leaves, Smoker goes to the bar. Like right after Luffy leaves. That's filler? Wow. I didn't know that was filler. That's fucked up. Okay, I was gonna say, because I feel like, yeah, I think maybe. I just thought a lot happened in that arc. You know? But yeah, so maybe it won't be 2 episodes. They could do that in just one episode. I just thought way more happened in that arc. You know? But I guess they got all the backstories done for now. Like, they'll probably do a little bit of catching up on Gold Roger's backstory, of course, in Rogue Time. So I'm really not speedrunning my makeup right now. But yeah. Yeah, maybe the anime did add a lot of stuff. So maybe they could do one episode for that. Oh, I just thought it was... Alabasta 60 chapters. Yeah, but Alabasta being 60 chapters it's not going to be... Alabasta is not going to be an 8-episode season, is the reality. They wouldn't do just Alabasta as a... You know what I mean? As like a 8 episode season. They wouldn't do that, I don't think. They would do like Little Garden 1 episode. Chopper's Place 2 episodes. Little Garden, one episode. Chopper. Okay, so entering the Grand Line. Sorry, okay. Entering the Grand Line, meeting Laboon, meeting Vivi, and the bounty hunter place where they get drunk. And Zoro like kills all 100 bounty hunters. That's gonna be like that's probably two different episodes. They could just cut the bar out. They could cut that out, but it is kind of a cool. It is a cool scene because it has one of my all time favorite Luffy moments. All time favorite Luffy moments, where they go to the bounty hunter place and they trick them and they're like, "Oh yeah, come on in, have as much food and wine as you or beer as you want. Get drunk, hell yeah, hang out with us, get drunk, eat food." And then they all party, and then at night they reveal themselves as bounty hunters, and Zoro kills all of them. And then Luffy wakes up, and he's like, "What happened, bro? What happened?" And he like walks over to one of the guys like, "Your friend, the bounty hunter, the pirate hunter, he cut us all down." And Luffy's like, "Bro, Zoro?" And then he like gets mad as fuck, and he's like, "Zoro, what the fuck? They give us food, they give us beer, and you fucking killed them? What the fuck is wrong?" And he gets so mad. It's one of my all-time favorite Luffy moments. It's so funny. And there's no way they cut that. There's no way, right? Because it has the Luffy versus Zoro fight, which is the only time in the entire story, by the way, that they fought. The only time in the story that they fought was there, right? That was the only time in the entirety of One Piece that Luffy and Zoro have fought. So there is no way that they are cutting that scene. Because that is just pure fan service. Everybody in the world wants to see that, right? So they're not cutting that. The thing that the anime does, like, so let me just think. I'm just thinking of the pacing a little bit here. Is there's gonna have to be one episode is 100% dedicated to going up Reverse Mountain, going down, meeting the whale, getting swallowed by the whale, getting out of the whale, meeting Vivi, or Miss Wednesday as she's known back then, right? That is one episode. Reverse Mountain, Laboon, meeting Vivi, going to the bounty hunter island is all one episode, I imagine. Or like arriving at the bounty hunter island is like one episode. There's no way it's not. There's no way. But what they could do to cut out a ton of like extra stuff is they could have Vivi do her entire reveal of herself being a princess. All of that stuff could all be done inside of Laboon when they first meet her. Like all of that could all be done in Laboon. And they could get, like, she could get recruited to the crew or whatever. She could, you know what I mean? They could make the agreement to go see of her. All of that could just be done inside of the whale, you know? That would probably cut, they could skip an island probably for that. One episode for Little Garden. Probably 2 episodes for Chopper because they did 2 episodes. Because they got, Drum Island is 2 episodes because they spent 2 episodes on Usopp. They spent 2 episodes on Sanji at the Barati. They spent 2 episodes for Arlong Park. Yeah, 2 episodes for Chopper. So, Laboon, 1 episode. Little Garden, 1 episode. 2 episodes for Chopper. And then after Chopper, we're in Alabasta, is the reality, right? So, I don't think that they're going to, I don't think live action onlys are going, my guess is they're not going to want Alabasta to be 8 episodes, or 5 episodes even, or 4 episodes. I would guess they would do all of Alabasta in 3 episodes, probably. In my opinion, they could do all of Alabasta in 3 episodes. I think. I think they could do all of Alabasta in like three or maybe 4 episodes, maybe three. Because, like, really, what plot points do we need to hit? We need to hit Vivi losing her confidence, Luffy snapping her, like, slapping her, getting her confidence back. We need the introduction to Ace. We need, well, Robin's introduction is after Little Garden, no? Or before Little Garden? Robin's introduction is before Little Garden, I think. It's Whiskey Peak, yeah. Um, so what plot points do we need to hit? Once we land in the desert city, we need Luffy snapping Vivi back and getting her confidence back. We need the Straw Hats getting captured, or whatever, then breaking out of prison, then Luffy versus Crocodile, then Luffy getting defeated. Luffy getting, I guess, spoilers or whatever, but, I'm not gonna care that, whatever. It's fucking a 25-year-old, story. Anyway, Luffy getting defeated could really be, like, Luffy getting defeated could be the climax of, like, the second episode, you know what I mean? The second episode of Alabasta. Because we gotta get Ace as well, right? But the thing that the anime can do, because they've shown willingness to do this already, is Ace's introduction can be anytime, any place. Like, Ace could be introduced Ace could be introduced unironically, like, Rogue time. There's nothing stopping them, right? Like, they could do the entire Ace scene in Rogue time. Easily. Yeah, they can cut a ton of the Baroque work fights, for sure. They won't cut all of them, of course, because, like, some characters will be recurring. Like, Mr. 3 is a recurring character. Mr. 2 is a recurring character. And they've been pretty faithful and stuff, and they've been sure to... even if they skip over, because they skipped over... it's very important that he is following Blackbeard, who also goes to Drum Island. It is, but, like... it kind of is, but I don't know how important that really is. You know? They removed Hachi. I guess... I don't see them skipping Mr. 3 because he's just so funny looking. You know what I mean? He's just such a weird, funny looking dude. I don't see them skipping Mr. 3. He's just funny. He has a fucking 3 on his head. You know what I mean? I gotta do my makeup, but yeah, I don't see them skipping Mr. 3. They also need to have Mr. 3 to be... but there's, like, so many fights in Alabasta. But they can really do them all in, like, one episode, you know what I mean? Or 1 or 2 episodes. Like, Chopper Usopp versus the mole and the guy with the baseball bat is gonna be like a 5-minute fight or something, you know? Even though that fight goes crazy, that might be Usopp's best fight in the story. One of them, at least. That fight was crazy. Does anyone remember that one? When the mole lady grabs him and she fucking smashes him through a brick wall and his fucking skull fractured? Did anyone remember that? That fight had no business going and that was like, that's one of Chopper's best fights as well. That Usopp Chopper pairing goes crazy. I don't know what else is, that fight is that is one of the best fights, actually. That's my hot take. I love those fights because it's kind of a given that, like, Alabasta is such a good arc. I'm selling it harder than you remember it. Well, it's just because Chopper is kind of like Chopper and Usopp are weak. That's kind of their whole thing, you know? That fight goes so crazy because they're, like, both kind of weak. You know what I mean? Chopper's inexperienced. Yeah. But you know what I mean, right? Like, it's kind of like, everyone assumes Zoro will win. Everyone assumes Sanji will win. Everyone, like, Nami's fight is, like, close, but, you know. Like, everyone, we all know, like, Zoro's fight is cool, but we all know Zoro's gonna win. Luffy's fight is excellent because Luffy doesn't win, which is the best part about it. But like the Chopper Usopp fight is probably my second favorite fight after Luffy Crocodile. Which is so good, by the way. Luffy Crocodile is so good. Yeah, she gets her clam attacked or whatever. Yeah, yeah. The bomb. I don't know what they're, because here's the thing, the anime 100. Here's the one thing I will say. Okay, if they do the bomb, and they do the Pal sacrifice in the anime, that boy is dying. I'm just saying. Or sorry, in the live action, I mean, manga Pal lives. Live action Pal is fucking cooked. We are eating chicken tonight. Okay? We are eating chicken tonight, boys and girls. Live action One Piece characters are way weaker than anime characters? There's no way to tell that at right now, at least. I don't think that's necessary. I mean, it might be true, but there's no way to tell that necessary. I mean, the limitation they have is the character's, like, movement needs to look natural enough in a... It needs to look natural enough in a, like, live-action format, you know? You know what I mean? But, like, we still saw Mihawk slice the boat in half. I don't know for sure, I guess. The power scaling is has some issues, yeah, but it's just hard. It is hard to do because, like, they're all superhuman, you know? Like, they're all superhuman. And, unfortunately, like, it's just tough, I guess. It's just tough. Okay, can I just... I gotta do my makeup. This is meant to be a speedrun, remember? Remember when this was a speedrun? Does anyone else remember that? You brought up One Piece? It's your fault? No, it's fine. I like One Piece. I want to. I like talking about One Piece a lot, though, so I don't really want to stop. You know, I'm having fun talking about it, so why would I just derail myself? But yeah, One Piece live action so good. You know, Nami really sold me, and also Sanji really sold me. Personally, I don't love Zoro's character personally. He reminds me too much of Time Skip Zoro, who I don't love either. But I really like live action Sanji. It's so funny because my ass does not like anime Sanji. I hate Sanji's gag. I hate Sanji's gag. I don't care. I also think it is totally valid to dislike a character because of their gag. That is totally valid, and I do dislike Sanji simply because of his gag. I also don't like Brook for the same reason. I hate the perv. I hate the perv gag. I just don't think it's funny. I don't like it. I don't think it's funny. It's not it. But thankfully that is something that like a more westernized version of One Piece will fix, because they would get cooked if they just let these characters be fucking like sexually harassing women constantly. So they will fix that for the Western audience. I believe, at least. I really bought the Sanji and Zeph kind of thing. I think they did a really good job of that. Or like, Zeph is such an asshole to Sanji, but it's because he wants him to follow his dreams. I really like that a lot, honestly. Like, I really bought their dynamic too. Like how much they care about each other.